I started work at an early age. In Oklahoma, it was economically depressed. I think I was carrying 100 pounds cement at 12 years old. My father was a tough man. He knew how to survive. I'm learning land navigation from him. And of course, how to shoot. He was a good shot. I had an uncle that served in the military. I used to admire him and my brother both in their uniforms. And I wanted to be a soldier. I heard about the Green Beret. I said, you like that? I want to be part of that. I was 5'4", 117 pounds, and going to the Green Beret. I got orders for Vietnam, February of '69. They were organized in a special weapons platoon, and we called it Rat Patrol. We went out and fought the enemy anywhere we could find him. So I started off with a bang right quick. They assigned me to another unit down in southern Vietnam, the Mekong Delta. Their mission was to search and destroy. It was a major operation plan near the Cambodian border, near the town of Chi Lang. I didn't really know how hot that operation was. Well, the night before, I was watching the helicopter gunships, and you see the green traces go down and the red traces come up. And I said, uh-oh, tomorrow it's gonna be hot. I just have an uneasy feeling about this one. So next morning, we move out. We get into this village, and no activity, no people. I didn't like the idea of just one person in the village, and she was singing loudly. So I reorganized my company and put all my weapons in the one platoon.
The skills that Staff Sergeant Melvin Morris had spent years mastering in the woods of Oklahoma, tracking game and learning to survive on his own, would be severely tested in the next few hours as his unit came under attack by a far larger enemy force.
I got a radio call. Said my team sergeant had been KIA, and my team captain, he was hit several places. He had to be medevac. They get another call that the intel sergeant had kicked a mine. So all three of them are down. So that leave me and my young assistant. Now my job is to find the team sergeant body and recover it. Because we have a motto, you leave no brother behind. It's a brotherhood. You become part of each other, you become like a family. You go in together and you come out together. That's the way it is. We reached the area where the team sergeant body was at, and we were taking quite a bit of fire. I got two volunteers. We were on the edge of the woods. Came right to it. I prayed over it. Amazingly, it wasn't a shoot. But after I finished praying over it, the woods opened up. Bullets were coming from everywhere. The two with me got wounded right away. I got them two and I got them up. So I had to go back in. So I got two more volunteers. We went in, got the team sergeant body, got the body out, and the map case fell out of his pocket. It's got classified information on it. Troop movements, codes for the radios. And you just don't let that get in enemy hands. And I just had to get that information out of there. I went in, and I threw hand grenades in every bunk I could find. Turpin coming behind me. He got the map case. After he got the map case, there was an enemy that come out of nowhere. He shot me. So now I'm in there by myself and I'm wounded. I was shot close range. and I could see bubbles coming out of my chest. I get up behind a palm tree, and I got my first aid packet, and I patched a hole in my chest. And they were shooting right into the palm tree. I had one grenade left, and I threw that at one of the enemy to my left. And during that time, I got shot again. This time, I lose my weapon. And so I don't have a clue how to get out. There happened to be Navy Seabees and a light observation helicopter. I got my radio. So I asked them what they could do. They dropped what they had. That gave me enough chance to get out. I rolled over, I got my weapon, and I started firing. Now my fingers hanging off. And I thought at one point, just tear it off and pull it off and just keep going. But I said no, I left it. But I started spraying and I fired every magazine I had. And I said, now you gotta run. And don't run a straight line, run zigzag, run best you can. I don't know how far I had to run. And with 3 bullet holes, I didn't feel the pain. I don't feel nothing. I catch up with them, and the medevac helicopter come in and take me out. After we get airborne, he said, well, I gotta make another stop, evacuate some more people. And I look down and I see them fighting. I was terrified at that point. Now that one was scary to me. They had a parade in April 1970, and I was awarded the nation's second highest decoration, the Distinguished Service Cross. But at the same time, I got orders to go back to Vietnam. And I was back in Vietnam by early May.
Volunteering for 2 tours in Vietnam, Melvin Morris continued to serve until his retirement in 1985. Never did he imagine that his Distinguished Service Cross would be recommended for an upgrade to a Medal of Honor, and that he would receive a call from the White House.
And he got on the phone and said, this is President Obama. And I want to apologize to you for not receiving the Medal of Honor 44 years ago, and that I'm going to award you the Congressional Medal of Honor. And I kind of like went down a little bit. And he said, be cool, be cool, be cool. That's the way he is. You're happy, you're glad, you're nervous, you got a lot of anxiety. All those things just come up. And I just became very proud. I don't know, it just seemed like a weight was lifted off of me or something. It means a lot to me to try to get the word out. These children today are these is tomorrow. And I talk to them as though they were my kids. I say, love your community, love your family. I tell them, you are your brother's keeper. And we are. We are.